YouTube gaming. The kind of sort of well thought out, but we missed all the major things that incentivize streamers to use it service. Well, it doesn't really have a lot of structures to make streamers want to use it because there's no proper channel descriptions. There's no proper layouts, there's no subscribers, there's no easy way to integrate donations. Like, all of the ways that streamers can monetize their stream is not there. And if the major streamers don't hop on board, then it's not going to be a profitable service and won't last for long. Well, you can already do that with Twitch, though. See, the thing is people who watch YouTube and people who watch Twitch are different audiences. Sometimes there's, a large amount of crossover, but sometimes there isn't. If major streamers don't hop on board on Twitch, then 70 to 80% of the user base that could become interested in your stream won't find your stream because nobody's looking at the service, comparatively. Nobody's looking at the service to discover new streamers on it. And it's not being looked at by major streamers for those reasons. They might not be what you're looking for, but they're what they're looking for, and the audience follows them. That's a large amount of the people who are on Twitch, too. I mean, YouTube. Well... I wouldn't really say that Twitch is very good at integrating onto consoles. Owning a PS4. One thing to keep in mind, though, you're looking at an audience on YouTube for YouTube streaming that's maybe hit 1 million, whereas Twitch pulls in several 100 million views a month. You're not really going to get that diverse or different of an audience between the two services, because people who want to watch other people play games are going to go to the platform that offers the most variety among the games that they want to watch. That's my 2 cents on it. If you're looking for a platform different than Twitch, Hitbox is a lot more popular than YouTube, and it offers monetization very early in your stream career, as opposed to waiting for partnership with Twitch. You can monetize on Hitbox fairly quickly, and they don't do as much annoying content IDing as YouTube and Twitch do. It should be interesting to see how YouTube gaming improves. They have a lot of improvement to do in order to get a larger market share, essentially, of viewers from other services. They need to make it more beneficial for streamers to use their service. And if that happens, then the audiences will follow. But there's also the fact that most of the larger, like most everybody who's partnered with Twitch, which is the major draw for people to go to Twitch, is the people who are partnered with them. They have a clause in their contract that says if they try to stream on any other service, the contract is null and void, and payment is withheld. The OBS is pretty good. It depends on how you have your audio set up. Well, the way it works with OBS is you select interfaces to include. So by default, if you only have one sound card, then that's what you're broadcasting. So for example, if you have a USB headset and you have an onboard sound card, then those count as two different audio interfaces. But if you just have the one, then it's broadcasting whatever's coming through that entire interface. Yeah. They're hearing a very one-sided conversation. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get everything set up. OBS is not quite as user-friendly as XSplit, but it's free, and it does some things better. Yeah, absolutely. That's because it's an offshoot from before XSplit became monetized. OBS is designed by somebody who really liked XSplit, and XSplit went the monetization route, and he was like, ah, man, you guys suck. So he wrote his own from scratch. So I played a little bit of Battlefront. It's meh. It's unbalanced as fuck. And this is a game that's releasing too soon to be changed. Like, this thing's gonna launch and suck. Battlefront, the new Star Wars game. Okay. I mean, there's some differences, but, like, the thing that irks me the most is Walker Assault is the most thought out of the modes, and all it is chasing power-ups around the map and getting shot by people who already have power-ups while you're trying to get a power-up. Well, like, the only way to win the game, so the way the map works is, if you're the Imperials, then there's 2 walkers, AT-ATs, that you're escorting. Random buffs, like power-ups, will spawn around the map. They're not earned, they're not a reward or awarded to you for good gameplay or anything like that. They're just randomly spawned and randomly placed around the map. You then go pick them up and, you know, use them. So your job as the Imperials is to escort the AT-ATs and protect them. Your job as the Rebels is to enable some shield or enable some communication arrays. There's 2 of them across the map that will allow you to, or is there 4? I think there's 4. But if you enable them and defend them long enough for them to create a signal, you can bring in some Y-wings that will break down the shields of the AT-ATs so you can actually attack them. So that's the entire point of it. So here's how it works, though. Either side, okay, there's the ground battle, but the ground battle really is people trying to either get to the satellites to turn them on, and then once you turn them on, they're like a little thing that you defend for like a minute, and then they're operational and doing their thing. And, you know, people trying to stop you from doing that and you trying to do that. But then the other and more important part, which a lot of people playing the Rebel side don't really think about or notice, and it's really hard to actually integrate because of how shitty the power-up system is there's a air battle that also needs to happen. You need to find those power-ups. You need to get an X-Wing or an A-Wing if you're on the Rebel side, or you need to get an AT-ST, or you need to get a TIE fighter or a TIE bomber if you're on the Imperial side. Because once you have those, the people on the ground who are still searching for power-ups or whatever, because that's pretty much all you do, they're cannon fodder. And then you can use, if you're the Rebels, then you can use those ships to, you know, burn down an AT-AT really quickly, or protect people who are going after some of the shit that, like the turrets or whatever, the satellites that you need to turn on. You can protect them from your, you know, super-powered spaceship. And then as the Imperials, you're getting into TIE bombers and TIE fighters to destroy the A-Wings and the S-Wings and protect the AT-ATs. And it's a good concept. It's very true to what happened in the movies, but it's shit gameplay. Because when you start the game, you're just some soldier, and your basic point of the game is to either go find one of the satellites and turn it on, or go find one of the spaceships and get in that. But if other people have found power-ups before you, they're just going to pick you off with their power-ups while you're trying to find a power-up. Which is pretty shitty gameplay in my opinion. Yeah, and the power-ups are random. Like, there's no, oh hey, you unlocked a turret, or you managed to defend one of the satellite uplinks that you needed so that the A-Wings could come in and, or the Y-Wings could come in and bomb the shields off the AT-ATs so you could hurt them. We spawned a couple of X-Wings near-ish to where you are. Go get them. No, it's, I wonder if there's an X-Wing spawned on the map. Nope. Alright, well I'll just keep on running for the next 10 minutes until oh, never mind, I'm dead. By somebody who found the TIE fighter. It's kind of shit. But you can't run to the planes. You have to randomly find them when they spawn. But kind of, yeah. I don't know, overall it was a very disappointing and lackluster experience. That's just one of the game modes. The other game mode was a lot better. It was point capture. Like, go capture the point and hold it for a certain amount of time, and then move on to the other one without fucking spaceships. Well, you can go into the other one, it doesn't really matter. You can go into the Walker Assault, and as long as your partner's played more of the game than you can actually just use your partner's loadout. Yeah, you're auto-assigned a teammate, and, or if you go in and... Okay, now, here's another complaint I have. Holy fuck, the matchmaking is fucking terrible. So, I was playing with Andon, one of our WoW guildies, and he's like, oh hey, let's play some Battlefront together. I'm like, okay, that sounds like fun. So we go in, and you can invite people to a party. I'm like, oh okay, this is already better than Black Ops 2, aka the last fucking Call of Duty game I ever bought, because you couldn't ever play with people that you were friends with. You could never get on the same team. On PC. If you do it, if you play it on a console, it still has a lobby. But they're being very punitive towards PC gamers because we wanted dedicated servers. So they gave us dedicated servers, but then they took away the ability to have a lobby system for those dedicated servers. Yeah, it's like, oh, here we're gonna punch you in the dick for requesting a feature that you used to have. Haha, have fun. We made the game worse so that you buy a console. In order to actually, like, I bought Black Ops 2 the day it came out for a buddy for his birthday, and I bought myself a copy as well so we could play together, because we played the previous Black Ops and Modern Warfare games. We played them a lot together. We played 30 games, and across all 30 of those games, never once were we on the same team. We have not bought, like, none of my friends have bought Call of Duty games since. Because that, if they're going to pull that kind of bullshit, I'm not interested in giving them my money.
Which was awesome, by the way. 2142 was the shit! You know, Advanced Warfare actually was pretty fun to play through, though. That one was kind of unique.
I mean, maybe the other modes will be better, but I can't play the other modes, and this isn't a beta. This is a play the game early so you decide to give us your money before it releases in like a month or whenever the fuck it comes out. It's not a beta. It's a Blizzard beta. Hey look, here's our completed game, and the only thing we're going to do is remove shit that you don't like. And, yeah. No, there is. You might have to adjust your sensitivity options. Well, no, but there's threshold values inside OBS, and if you set up push to talk inside OBS, it might not be working properly. No.
Yeah, it turns out push to talk and the ability to mute the mic are independent settings, thank God. My webcam is hilarious. It's using a Logitech webcam controller, and it's following my face wherever it thinks my face is. So it's like a 1080p webcam, but it's clipping. It's funny. Anyway.
I wonder if you have the same camera as me.
I made a boo-boo.
The C210, I think it is called.
Uh,
Here, I'll just look at the settings on here. Settings. No.
I don't even think I have the software installed anymore. Probably removed it a long time ago. Mine doesn't have a model written on it.
C615. No, it doesn't say. They never do. It's always in the. It's always in the driver setup.
Mine's only 720p.
I think mine might be too. Mine's a C615.
Yeah, mine's a something or other.
Mine's a webcam.
It's pretty good, and honestly, the microphone on it's not bad. But I have a $400 Samsung mic that I bought.
Well, I bought this before I owned a laptop, and basically most desktop dedicated webcams stomp anything that's already pre-installed in a laptop.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's the same with my webcam. I bought it separately. I'm not using a laptop, but it is way better than the one in my laptop.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the software installed. I just, let Windows 8 do the whole plug-and-play bullshit.
That's what everybody should be doing nowadays.
Yeah, because I don't need that extra bloatware.
And the way they're doing the WHQL, the heuristics of what is considered the most installed driver package is considered what's installed for every system for that USB hardware ID. I've been lucky. Like, I know that sounds super technical, but basically, the USB driver says that it's this, so this is what you should be getting for a driver.
Until it's wrong. Like, one of my devices that I use for network testing and cable qualification and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For like DD testing and all of that shit. It doesn't work on Windows 8.
Because it probably required the rules of the old network stack and they changed it again.
It's just the USB driver, actually. The 64-bit USB driver doesn't work very well.
And I'm sure, like, putting in the proper driver either requires some deconstruction of an old package or actually manually placing files.
Oh boy, I 5-starred.
Well, here's the funny thing. I have the proper driver provided by the company themselves. It's just Windows won't allow me to replace the current driver with this driver.
That's when you open up
provided is too new.
Right. So what you do is you deconstruct it instead of letting the executable decide what's newer and what's older, which is it's supposed to be a fail-proof. You open up the exe or whatever in the zip, and you pull out the INF for the driver that you're looking for. And hopefully, what you're talking about doesn't require more than one.
Oh, I've tried doing that, because you can manually specify the driver through the device manager.
Right.
And I've pointed it to the proper INF file, and it's like, no, man, you already got something better.
Oh well, then what you got to do is fully uninstall it, and then when it tries to reinstall, stop the process, and then manually do it.
It sounds like a pain
You got to
in the
basically
ass.
tell Windows, no, I know what I'm fucking doing.
Well, I think I've finished corrupting my my Jedi Padawan. She's calling me master now. Now I just need to teach her how to force lightning. Oh goody, I'm on top. Everybody rejoice. Planet, I fled from Battlefront because shitty game design, and now I'm back. In Swelltor. I don't know. Part of me hopes the other game modes are better. But they should have let people play a different game mode for their try before you buy. Because that one's... One of the other things that people were bringing up is the spawn points for the rebels are all jacked up. Like, it'll spawn you in the middle of, like, a group of Imperial soldiers, and you'll just get into the gibbed. There's, like, no logic behind the spawn points for rebels, but if you're Imperial, there is.
Alright. Seems like the stream is stabilized. Let me go ahead and post something to Facebook and see if we can get some more viewers. Yay, somebody's watching. I hope it's not me.
This is a good thing.
Sweet. Alright. It's only a little bit behind. That's cute. It caught me, like, trying to figure out what I was going to type. I kind of want to put that window somewhere I can see it. I don't need this to be live, but I want to see the chat. Alright. Don't know if I've heard this music before.
Man, people are so passive-aggressive towards fucking Lords of the Sith. I just want to fill everybody that gives me a quest with Force Lightning for being an unprecedented douchebag.
Have you taped down your 3 button for evilness yet?
I'm getting to that point.
It's like 3.
I'm trying so hard to play light side, though.
3, cruise control for awesome.
I mean, this is the second time I'm leveling a Sith Inquisitor.
I'm farther along with my bounty hunter than I've ever been, so I'm doing okay. But, like, I picked up Garm or Garrett or Garth. His name is so forgettable.
Garth, party on!
Yeah, even if his name isn't Garth, that's his name to me, so Garth. And Garth is basically companion that doesn't bitch about me being evil, so he's also the damaged person, so he stays around. Even though I like the other character better.
When the patch comes out, or the expansion, pardon me, all characters can do all roles.
What do you mean? Oh, you can change your companion to be damaged? Because I heard they're switching it over to
Yeah, you can change your companion to be a healer, a tank, or a DPS.
Okay, that's good. That'll solve that problem.
So you can use whoever the fuck you want. Also, they will no longer have gear. They'll still be able to wear gear, but it's cosmetic only.
Really?
Which is kind of shit. I actually enjoyed gearing my dudes. But it does make things easier for people who are leveling up.
Okay, now here's the drawback about using a headset.
You still have to give them a weapon, though, so that's important.
And I kind of got to keep an ear in reality. I'm going to wear my headset like this and see if I can't hear what I just heard again. The biggest thing I heard about the next patch that matters to me is that they're adding leveling, is what I call it. It's where everybody of every level should be able to play with everybody of every other level.
Kind of.
They're basically, it's supposed to be very
When you
similar.
go to a planet, if you're above the max level for that planet, you're set to max level for that planet, and everybody in your party gets experience as if they were also of max level. And experience is no longer divided amongst parties. It's, nope. It's, you get single player experience. So the way it works now, and the way it works in most MMOs, is you kill a mob in a solo, it gives you 100 experience. You kill a mob in a party of 5, and it gives you 20 experience. So now it's just going to give everybody 100 experience. Oh god, it's a Wampa. So the benefit, though, is if you're... Oh, Jesus Christ. This thing's gonna kick my ass. If you're running around with somebody and, you know, they're higher level, they can come give you a hand. And your experience won't be gimped by having somebody come and join the party. Like, you'll still be just as efficient, which
Well, you know,
is kind of nice.
I'm lamenting the idea of the fact that Alan invites me back to this game and then he gets next level. Like, okay.
It should be used
Granted,
to that
that's
from
only
him.
half his fault, but now, like, the whole point is moot if they can't be friends just
Yeah, but the leveling process in MMOs is so short. Like, it kind of comes down to boo-boo. You have to play solo for like a couple of days.
If I play for like an hour, I outlevel you somehow. Like in any game, I outlevel you by like 3 weeks. So
I mean, for
like
most MMO players, the experience starts at this level anyways.
Yeah, and in this case, like I didn't really like power level. I just did one or two quests per planet, and I was 50 out of nowhere.
Well, you know, that's what I'm doing now, because clearly that's how I'm doing it. But
well, I mean, I just wanted to get it to the max max level so I can get money and gear up the other tunes and actually
Honestly,
go through a
if
little
you
slower.
want,
You see what I'm saying?
if you want
that's
to
why I'm
enjoy
trying
all
not to
the
fault them,
leveling
is
content,
because
though,
that's not unusual for these MMOs.
if you want to enjoy all the leveling content that the game has to have, you should really wait for the expansion to come out. Because, like right now, you can do the subscriber thing and get to max level super quick doing the story, like just your class story. Then you can go back with a group of people and complete all of the quests on the planets, because it will set you to, level appropriate for that planet, and you'll get rewarded as if you were doing level appropriate shit. So you get level appropriate drops and currency and other crap, whatever else the game throws at you for doing things. So right now, if I were you, I would just do the class stuff to level up, and then when the expansion comes out, I'll be interested in going back and doing all the side missions here, there, and everywhere, because it doesn't matter where I go, I'll still be getting the same shit for doing stuff. Which I kind of like. I think that's a really good improvement on that behalf. More MMOs need that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm old school, but I felt like leveling up was the game. That was always the game. That's the way the game
That hasn't been the game for MMOs in at least 10 years.
And now it seems like in this modern era that my way of thinking is just being edged farther and farther and farther. And
I think EverQuest was the last game where leveling up was the point.
Well, EverQuest 2 was the last one that I felt actually comfortable with the way the game systems work.
Maybe. But EverQuest 2 is well, at least for the last 5 or 6 years, EverQuest 2 has been about getting to the end game and then doing that.
Right, exactly.
Like if you want an RPG that's about leveling, and the challenge is getting to 100, maybe play Path of Exile. That's one of the few out there where leveling is the game.
No, I understand. No, what I'm saying is, hold on. What the fuck? Okay, so sometimes I'm comfortable with the audio, sometimes it's too high. What the fuck?
Oh, oops. I ran right past my quest item.
Oh, it's still pretty high. Anyway, no, it's to the point where now where they're gonna do this, where they balance their content by their player base and subscription rate, where I feel like leveling just needs to go away. If you're not going to acknowledge it and you're going to continue to undermine it, then just put it away. Present all of your content obliquely, present your skill path arbitrarily, and just run the game all the way to infinite. Because the leveling doesn't make a difference.
There
if anything,
are some
it gives
reasons
a false sense
not
of
to do
achievement.
that, though.
Like what?
Well, the first and obvious reason is somebody sat there with a degree in psychology, and somebody else sat there with a calculator, and they determined how long your average player will play if there isn't a leveling curve in the beginning of a set amount of content being provided, and how long somebody would play if the game just started out at max level and all you had was endgame available to you. And they figured out that the best way to do it for WoW, monetization-wise, is to have a short leveling curve that then leads into endgame. Endgame lasting for your average WoW player maybe 6 to 8 months. And then the leveling process taking them, 2 months tops, if they're a casual gamer. That's what that comes down to. The other thing being, though, is if you present all of the endgame content to players immediately, like if you're like, here's the game, there's no level, have fun, there's going to be a vast majority of people that burn through the game super quick, and then they'll just move on to something else. That will hurt the company and the casual players indirectly in the long run. Because if there are no hardcore players playing the game, then there's no communities for people to join, for casual gamers to get in on to see the other endgame content. but they might not necessarily be skilled enough to do on their own, or with people of their equal skill level. Now, a game that you might enjoy if you haven't already tried it is Guild Wars 2. It is very much a game about the leveling experience, or about the experience of playing the game. When you get to endgame, it's not about getting better and better and better gear. Granted, you do get yourself a set of gear, but you get to pick which set of gear you want, and then you go and you earn it. And then after that, the tier up from that is maybe a 2 or 3% power increase. And a lot of that becomes actually seeing the story in the game, and seeing the content that's been put out for you. And leveling itself can take a long amount of time, and the content provided is dynamic and pretty fun. Also, it's free now, suddenly.
Well, I've been waiting for you to take a breath, but yeah, you actually took me from Guild Wars 2. I was playing that with another community when now asked me to play Sword Tour. For the most part, as far as I'm trying something new and different, and I'm actually going to put money into it, if it's fantasy, it's not getting anything. I'm sorry. Fantasy has been done to death, and I don't want to see any more fantasy MMOs. Period.
So is sci-fi.
Not even. Not even. If you make a list of each, the sci-fi list is so fucking short.
What, MMO-wise specifically, or just
yeah, MMO
sci-fi games?
Well, actually, Persistent World is what I call it. Because even MMO is not good enough. But yeah, specifically MMOs. Like, the game that I keep going back to, that it sucks playing alone, but it's meaty enough that I can always go back to it, is Anarchy.
Isn't there a new Anarchy coming out?
No. If anything, like, we're worried about Anarchy dying because Funcom put themselves up for sale.
It's because they make shit games.
Well, me and Alan played Age of Conan, that was okay until shit happened. And then they did the Secret World, blah. They did the Lego MMO, blah.
Hey, you know, shit
Oh man,
does
Secret
have
World's fucking great. I love that game.
Shit does have a name. Don't forget that.
What was the name?
Nicholas J. Frias.
Nick did not single-handedly destroy Age of Conan, fucker.
How do you know?
Because I'm sure they would have told him.
And
then he would have flaunted. Yeah, but that's not the same.
You one-shotted our fucking hardest boss in the game. Go away.
Go away?
Pretty much, dude.
Yeah, this was something that actually happened.
Oh, I've heard the stories.
Vistrix. He's one of our super competitive ones. He likes to play against other people or not at all.
Like, I'm not even kidding. This dude might as well be playing, like, My Little Pony Rainbow Adventure, and he would still find a way to make it competitive.
Yeah. Like, if he found out that there was a way to troll people in that game, he would play it. The only reason he played Minecraft is because he had a friend that gave him troll tools. And now when he got on my server and he realized everything troll was disabled, he didn't play.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, he just wanted to blow everybody's stuff up.
And
he couldn't do that.
All I had to do was disable explosions globally. It doesn't matter what causes the explosion, they're disabled.
Update coming out with Minecraft. I think it adds a cake into survival mode that lets you fly. Actually, trying to think if there's a game coming out soon that I'm actually looking forward to. I would love for some other fantasy type MMO to come out that was well designed, that actually grabs people's attention.
My hate isn't to the point where I wish all fantasy fans would die, but it'll get there.
The only problem with science fiction is a lot of it's derivative of where we're going as a society or places we've already been, and people don't. People want more of an escape from that.
Well, no, but I mean, there's other existing IP that they could pull from that is just kind of locked up in legal hell because of bad choices. Like Warhammer MMO, awesome. Like even if it's trite and simple, like wow, I would
horribly
love
balanced, but it was fun as hell.
Oh, the Age of Reckoning, yeah.
I played the Warhammer MMO, it was fun.
But I'm looking forward to that Total War Warhammer and eventually, hopefully, a Warhammer 40k. I forget what they were calling it, but.
Now I'm curious, what's coming out that might be remotely interesting? Ooh, a Telltale game about Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm super looking forward to that.
It'll take them fucking a year and a half to release all of the parts of it, and the end will be so rushed and convoluted, nobody gets it. It's like all of their other games. Oh, hey, look, there's a Warhammer game coming out on the 18th.
It's Total War, isn't
16th.
It's Total
Warhammer 40k Deathwatch, Enhanced Edition.
Don't know what that is. But it's not an MMO, so...
No, this is like a tabletop game.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty interesting. Oh, here's a game. Dungeon Manager Roman numerals. Because I forget what Z is.
I'm only sending that to you, Mo, because it's WoW related. But it's a good thread.
Well, now you said it, so that's it.
Leaving the channel?
Oh, have you been telling them that that's why I leave the channel, like, arbitrarily
Yes.
in the middle of conversations?
Yes.
I have a threshold. I do let it prattle on for about 5 minutes, and then I'm like, limit reached, bye.
Poker Pretty Girls Battle. Texas Hold'em. Well, there's a game to put your money into.
Again and again and again and again.
Oh yeah, Vermintide's coming out soon. That game looks interesting.
I've got a soft spot for retro-looking games. I have the latest Wanderlust, and I haven't found anybody that plays yet.
Oh, you just reminded me. I need to fill out my stupid shipping information for the new Castlevania game.
There's a Castlevania game coming out?
Well, it's not technically Castlevania.
Oh, well, I mean, I understand that the creator left, and now he's going to have to call his games something else.
Yeah, but the Kickstarter's done and they're getting ready to ship physical rewards soon.
Oh,
And
I just want the game.
Yeah, I picked a physical copy of the game and I have to pick my platform and give them my shipping information. I forget what it's called. Symphony of Night? No, that's actually
That's already a game
game.
that's used.
right now?
I was gonna say, you're still reading that thread?
No. It's a picture of a sad bear since I gave my crush the same shower gel that I use. I really hope he masturbates in the shower and associates the smell of me with an orgasm. And the comments are
Ours is called Bloodstained Ritual Tonight. And that goes perfectly into what Rage was talking about.
I hired someone to stab my crush because I wanted him admitted to the ICU where I work.
That's fantastic.
Matt Damon is that one player who always gets lost in the dungeon.
Matt Damon. Okay, so I wonder if it's stacked.
Oh god, tough decisions. Do I get Bloodstained on GOG, which also includes beta access? Or do I get it which includes decent controller?
They were selling a controller?
No, I mean like, actually like the PS4 controller.
Oh, on a console. What was the name of the game?
Bloodstained.
Oh,
Ritual of the Night.
I'll look it up. So when does it go on sale?
I forget. I'll have to look. Give me a minute. March 2017.
Okay, so next year I'll buy it? Great.
It's one of the few things I've ever kickstarted. I was like, the creator of Castlevania left Konami because they said nobody wanted another Castlevania game. And now he's making a Castlevania game.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've only been buying them consistently every time they've come out, except with the
Even Lords of the Shadow.
Even Lords of the Shadow has consistent numbers for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, we bought that game, even though it was not the best.
Well, some people did. I saw right away.
I have both. I have both of the first one and the second one, but I bought them secondhand.
Okay, well, I mean, I would have done the same thing. I mean, like, I really got into Castlevania in the GBA era, but I went back.
Yeah. Oh, this one looks beautiful. Like, it's, a lot of it looks not necessarily hand-drawn, but the art style's gorgeous. And there's so many interesting game modes that were unlocked because of the bonus stretch goals.
Oh my god, I'm sure they hit every single one just because.
Yeah, there's a roguelike version of it.
Fucking awesome.
There's play as the boss instead of the characters.
Oh, so boss rush or human rush? Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. You get to play as the boss and you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody. Now, what else is in the game? Oh, local co-op and online co-op versus mode.
That shouldn't be a fucking stretch goal. That should be a baseline. Fucking gay.
Not for a Castlevania game. It doesn't need co-op. Let's see, what else is there? There's New Game Plus mode. Familiars that were added by the backers. Special Secret Boss was added. A new Classic mode. To make the game even harder for the original players. Voice acting for Japanese and English. Trying to actually find the good stuff. Revenge mode. What was that? Roguelike dungeon mode. Oh, there's a prequel minigame. That's a pixel-based 2D retro-style prequel. For the record, Rage, Need for Speed was going to have gasoline as a microtransaction.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, and it works just like a real car.
Ew.
But as soon as they announced that, basically all the pre-orders were immediately cancelled.
Ha!
So, yeah. They went back to the drawing board on that.
Turns out we don't want that real driving simulator. DLC.
I don't want to have to give you more money per gallon in game than I do in real life. And it would have been like 5 gallons for $6 or something like that. I don't know. Good old EA. So the thing I'm okay with is like don't nickel and dime me in microtransaction bullshit. Sell me map packs, that's fine. Because that's you creating additional content and then charging you for the amount of time it took you to make it.
Ah, but they know how to get away with that bullshit too. They'll make a game where normally it would have 20 maps, but they give you 5 and then sell you the other 15.
Yeah, but...
And what's getting me is that they're not even waiting
time,
anymore. They're being like, oh yeah, the game just came out. By the way, we could make these available too.
At the same time, you have to consider that the price of a game hasn't really changed in the last 10, 15 years. And the cost of making a game has gone up exponentially.
Oh, I know.
Like, video games should cost $100 to cover the actual cost of manufacturing.
Well,
That's why I'm
for the
kind of
type
okay
of
with like
games they're
DLC map packs.
I want the meat cube. Cubes of meat. I need 4 key cards. I need 2 more.
Have either of you guys tackled the player housing in SWTOR yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh my god, what was there? Holy shit.
What the fuck just happened?
I finished my run, I died on the last level, and all the enemies were stacked on top of each other, and they all executed an attack as soon as I was horizontal with them, and it just one-shotted me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, oh, I'm gonna save this run. Let me see. Oh, stream health, question mark. Your viewers may be experiencing minor issues. Well, I'm gonna have to give them minor tissues then, that's all there is to it. Basic info. This is public. Create an unlisted or private stream with an event. Stream options, enable DVR. Make an archive. No. Optimize for interaction. Yeah. Nobody's watching, so nobody's experiencing any issues. Yeah. Let's just stop the stream and archive what